Hey guys, you're gonna love me today because I'm gonna show you how to can your own homemade barbecue pulled pork for sandwiches whenever you want it. And this is not only probably one of the easiest meal in a jars to make, it's also the most cost effective because I made almost $300 worth of barbecue pulled pork had I bought it already prepared in the store for just about $22. Like, that is insane. So let me show you how we did it and crunch the numbers to see how cheap it was to make it. Okay guys, this is really simple. Now you could smoke it first if you wanted a smoked pulled pork, but we're just gonna go straight from a pork roast. Where I live, you can get pork roast on sale a couple times a year in these big twin packs. So I got the twin pack for $20, which was about $10 per roast. A roast filled about 6-quart jars. So I'm gonna crunch the numbers for you and show you how cost effective this is to do yourself, and then I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do, and then you're just gonna wanna fill your pantry up because this is just too easy, and it's a quick prep meal. You know, if the power goes out or something, you can just, you know, pop it open and make a sandwich. So let's look at the numbers so we can see what an amazing deal this is when you make it yourself. I'm gonna have to look at my notes because I want to get these numbers right for you. All right, so first thing is I went and I looked up what the leading brand, the most popular brand of pulled pork that you would buy already made in the store, and this is what I found. And it sells for about $11 a pound. So when I made this, I made 6 quarts, which was 1 roast. So that equals out to about 12 pounds. You could get about 2 pounds per quart of the meat. So doing the math, if we had bought that at the store already prepped, that would come out to $132. It cost us $11. Now, the roast came in a twin pack, and I used the other roast for another canning project, but had I used both roasts in the pulled pork, then it would have cost me $22 to make it, and we would have ended up with $264 worth of made pulled pork. That is 92% cheaper than when you buy it in the store. Plus, it's cleaner. You know what's in it. You can make it to your own taste. You know what you're feeding your family. So this is a meal prep, meal in a jar, canning, prepping, emergency situation, whatever you make it for, convenience. For me, canning, that's one of the big things. It's just so convenient to have it when I need it and to know what's in it and know that it's clean, to know what I'm eating. That this thing is just, it's fun because it's such an easy project to do. It's a great beginner's canning project. If you're not familiar with canning, you're gonna wanna do this one because it's gonna make you excited to keep doing more of them. But just for the savings of it, it's absolutely worth it. So if you're enjoying these canning videos, do remember to like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. It helps the algorithm. And we will keep doing more of not only teaching you how to can, but breaking down the cost to show you what is really worth it, you know, as far as being cheaper than being able to buy it in the store. And I'll also be bringing you more of the ones that I find are the most cost effective to save you a little bit of money while you're prepping. So come on, let me show you how easy it is to do this. You're gonna wanna do so much. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is cut up our meat. These roasts were on sale at current prices, running about $10 a roast. So we're gonna cut the big fat pieces off, save those. I will link up another video to show you how to save money and get like 6 meals, cracklings, lard, how to render it, how to do all of that off of 1 roast. Usually the lard you get from 1 roast will pretty much pay for the roast. So it is good to do, very economical. So what we're gonna do now though is cut this up, and you wanna cut your pieces in 1 to 2 inch chunks. Get you a very sharp knife. And the last time I cut pork on the channel with my filet knife, there were people commenting saying, yeah, now I know you're from Louisiana. I'll tell you the reason we use a filet knife for pork out here is because the pork fat, especially when you're dealing with a big roast like this, dulls the knife up very quickly. And the filet knife just seems to hold its blade, its sharpness longer than all the other knives that I have. And so I know a lot of people do that when they're making deer sausage. You always put some pork in it and they'll use their filet knife. So if you have it, that's a good little tip. It's an option. I like to use it. Sharpen your knife before you start this and it will make the job so much easier. This is so easy. I'm going to show you the raw pack method. You could do this with it cooked and hot. But since raw packing causes your meat to kind of shred apart when you pull it out, which is perfect for pulled pork, plus it'll be quicker and easier. So all you're going to do is put a layer of your meat. You're going to put in some of your favorite barbecue of choice. Doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to be mixing a raspberry chipotle with a honey barbecue. And I like to put in some onions, garlic, and bell pepper. You don't have to, but the flavor will be better. So why not? And relayer. And you can also add seasonings. Just be mindful that your barbecue sauce is going to be seasoned. So it will be, you know, don't put as much salt and so forth as you normally would. And I have to be careful with hot stuff because the chipotle one is spicy. So I don't want to put too much. But, and you can always season up after, so you don't have to do this. But my seasoning of choice is typically a good quality salt, black pepper, red pepper, garlic powder, and a seasonal. So that's all you have to do. Pack it in until you get your 1 inch of headspace. We use our something, your hands or whatever you have. This is from my meat grinder, so it works really good. But I want to make sure that I get everything down in there. And all of this sauce is gonna blend around as it cooks because it's gonna make some of its own juices and it's gonna bubble, and that's gonna help you to get a good mixture. I think that's about it, all we're gonna be able to put. If you desire to put a little juice, you can. This meat is making its own juices already. Some things you debubble, some things you really don't have to. When you're raw packing, you typically don't have to, but when I raw pack, I like to add maybe like a little inch worth of either broth or water or whatever, just to make sure that the meat produces enough liquid to fully cover it, so you don't end up with some dry pieces at the top. So when I do that, if I kind of move it around or debubble, then it will just help you to get those juices down to see what you really actually have in there. We don't want to overfill it, so that should be just right. So then you just want to clean your rim off really good. Make sure there's nothing on it. You can use a little vinegar to do that, especially when you're dealing with greasy foods. The vinegar will cut through the grease. And then put your lid on. Not too tight, finger tight. And now it's ready to go in the canner. And when it comes out, it will be fully cooked, mixed, and blended so that when you take it off the shelf, you can pop it out and make you a pulled pork sandwich. Quick and easy.
If you're going to be using the preferred pressure canning method, then you're going to want to pressure can for 90 minutes for quart jars and 70 minutes for pints. If you need full detail instructions on how to do that, you can watch this video here and we'll explain everything you need to know about pressure canning. If you're going to be using the Heritage water bath method, Because there's meat in it, you're going to want to water bath it for 3 hours. And if you've never water bathed, then you can watch this video for complete detailed instructions. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to be notified of future videos. In all of our canning videos, we give you both the pressure canning and water bathing instructions, and we break down the costs to show you your savings.
All right, there you go. Wasn't that just easy? And it comes out so delicious, such a quick meal whenever you just don't have time to fix something, or like, I said, when the power goes out and you don't want to be cooking or prepping, heating up your house. We get hurricanes in the summer, power goes out, it's hot. You want something quick and easy. This is the meal that you want to be making. And it saves you so much money. Go ahead and do it. And of course, as always, like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you with more videos like this next time.